On August 15, 1769, on the rugged Mediterranean island of Corsica, a boy was born into a minor noble family. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. Sent to mainland France for school, the young outsider was mocked for his thick accent. Instead of breaking, he channeled his isolation into mastery of mathematics and artillery. In 1789, the French Revolution shattered the old aristocracy. While turmoil consumed the nation, it created an unprecedented meritocracy where talent surpassed noble blood. At the Siege of Toulon in 1793, 24-year-old Napoleon devised a brilliant artillery assault, driving out the British fleet and earning him the rank of brigadier general. Taking command of the ragged army of Italy in 1796, Napoleon astonished Europe. Using rapid maneuvers and tactical deception, he dismantled superior Austrian forces in battle after battle. His string of victories turned him into a living legend in Paris. Around this time, he married the elegant and influential aristocrat, Josephine de Beauharnais. In 1798, Napoleon invaded Egypt to disrupt British trade routes. Standing before the pyramids of Giza, he famously reminded his soldiers that 40 centuries of history looked down upon them. Returning to a politically fractured Paris in 1799, Napoleon seized control in a swift coup d'etat. At just 30 years old, he became first consul, the undisputed master of France. In 1804, inside Notre Dame Cathedral, Napoleon took the imperial golden wreath and crowned himself Emperor of the French, proving his authority answered to no earthly power. At the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805, Napoleon lured the combined Russian and Austrian armies into a deadly trap, securing his greatest masterpiece and total domination over mainland Europe. Beyond battlefields, Napoleon reshaped society. He established the Napoleonic Code, embedding legal equality, secular law, and property rights that still anchor legal systems across the globe today. Unable to overcome Britain's Royal Navy at sea, Napoleon imposed the Continental Blockade to strangle British trade. But enforcing it bred resentment across Europe, especially in Imperial Russia. In June 1812, Napoleon marched more than 500,000 soldiers of the Grande Armée into Russia. But the Russian defenders refused decisive battle, burning their own lands as they retreated. Reaching an abandoned and burning Moscow, Napoleon found no surrender. When the brutal Russian winter struck, starvation, hypothermia, and relentless Cossack attacks destroyed his magnificent army. Sensing vulnerability, the crowned heads of Europe formed the massive coalition. In 1813, at the Battle of Leipzig, outnumbered French forces suffered a crushing defeat that broke their grip on Germany. In 1814, with Allied armies occupying Paris, Napoleon was forced to abdicate at Fontainebleau. Stripped of his empire, he was exiled to the small Mediterranean island of Elba. Less than a year later, Napoleon daringly escaped Elba and landed in France. When royal soldiers marched to arrest him, he opened his coat and won them back with a single speech. The gamble ended on the muddy fields of Waterloo on June 18, 1815. British redcoats under Wellington and arriving Prussian forces shattered the French Imperial Guard, sealing Napoleon's ultimate downfall. Banished to St. Helena, a barren rock in the South Atlantic, thousands of miles from Europe, the fallen emperor spent his remaining years dictating memoirs and shaping his own legend. On May 5, 1821, Napoleon died at age 51. His final whispered words captured everything that defined his existence. France, the army, head of the army, and Josephine. In less than 2 decades, he dismantled feudalism, rewrote national borders, and ignited modern European nationalism. His legal reforms and administrative genius continue to shape the democratic world. Napoleon Bonaparte remains history's greatest paradox. A conqueror who caused devastating bloodshed, yet a visionary who forged the foundations of the modern age. Subscribe for more historic stories.